This is some of the questions which will be shortened now. Some of all the rough papers are there also included.
You see, he takes so much pain on preparing these questions. This is the rough work along with the fair form. It takes long time for him. Yes.
In the rough one, Hazur has mentioned about the girls also. In the rough one, it was.
No. Give us the finished form, please.
Yes. No, I said there was a mention of girls also, boys and girls.
Yes, let it be.
Yes.
But give us the finished form.
Yes. Jazakallah. Now, I'm asking regarding the previous one, suggestions.
Ask the question.
Yes, now the question.
Yes, please.
Would Hazur kindly explain the difference between Sanatan Dharm and Arya Samaj beliefs when both believe in Vedas?
Haven't I explained it earlier? I think I did. Sanatan Dharmis are in fact fundamentally they are not militants. And they believe in Hinduism as revealed to them through Vedas. And they don't distort things to the extent that they create new ideas and ascribe them to the Vedas. They are traditional followers of Vedas, and they believe in many gods, and they believe in Vishnu and other gods that they created or interfered with the creation, not created but interfered with the creation, and established their mastery over existing matter. But they do not believe in the unity of God, in the oneness of God. Arya Dharm is a sect which came into being much later, only about at the time that Hazrat Masih was being shaped by Allah for his prophethood. At that time, Diyanand, who was originally a Gujarati, but also I think he was settled in Punjab, he claimed that Hinduism also speaks of one God. And so the Arya Swamis, Arya Dharm people, Hindus, Arya Samajis, they are believers of one God. But they have no foundation whatsoever in Vedas from which they could prove that there is just one God and no other God. So they borrowed not only this but some other teachings from the Holy Quran, and armed with this logical approach, they started attacking Islam on other heads. And they had the filthiest language against the Holy Prophet of Islam, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, during their debates with Muslims. And they were the bitterest enemies. In fact, they were the militant wing of Hindus, like Mahasabha of today. But Mahasabha is a political party. They were a religious organization of the extremists. They were extremists in one sense, yet innovators in another, because they completely left the teachings of Vedas and created a new Hinduism, but with very strong stress on preaching. And they started converting, for instance, they took a major part in the Shuddhi movement, these Arya Samajis. And this notorious leader, what was his name, Ram, he was also an Arya Samaji. Because of his attacks and intolerable attacks on Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, ultimately he was challenged by Hazrat Masih Maud al-Islam, and you know the whole story. So that is the major difference as I know.
Another question?
Please. Yes.
Sometimes
I tell you one thing, when Sanatan Dharmis are spiritual minded, and these Arya Samajis are hardcore materialists. They are like, a movement which has no inner pith, just a utensil which is hollow from within. And they have no element of spirituality or soft-heartedness about them. While the Sanatan Dharmis, on the other hand, are better people in this sense, although they are idolaters and they should be worse off than these so-called monotheists, yet because their monotheism is artificial, it has nothing to do with the love of God, and their idolatry is based on some personal attachment. So you find better-minded people, better-disposed people among the Sanatan Dharmis. And they sometimes, but I think most often, not only sometimes, respect other holy men and pious people. And many Sanatan Dharmis are known who would request for prayer to a Muslim holy person. And they always bow in respect to whomever they consider holy. So as far as their nature is concerned, that is softer. And there is an element of spirituality about them. Otherwise they are idolaters, of course. Now your question, please.